Imagine the satisfaction of seeing your business rise through the ranks of online searches, reaching more people than ever before. We've all been in that position, hoping that our idea, our passion will catch fire. But often we just feel like a small little fish in a giant ocean, invisible to the customers that we're trying to reach. That is why today I am bringing you an expert who understands this struggle. Her name is Faith Hanan. She's been there, walked in your shoes, and she's emerged as a leading light in content marketing and SEO. And today, Faith is going to be sharing her insights about how to do keyword research, which is a secret tool to getting more visible and propelling your business to new heights and reaching people without spending more money on advertising or even just wasting your time spinning your wheels on social media. Faith, thank you so much for being here and educating us. What is keyword research and why is it important?
So keyword research is essentially figuring out the words that your people are typing in with their little fingers when they go to the interwebs to find the solution that you provide. If you're not doing keyword research, you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall with your SEO strategy and your content strategy. A lot of people want to overlook keyword research when it comes to their SEO strategy and their content strategy, but keyword research is absolutely crucial if you're going to get found on the internet and drive traffic and sales from your website.
I know that keyword research is massive, particularly for platforms like YouTube or for people finding your blog content or even Pinterest. If you're in any of those areas and you're not doing keyword research, you're missing out. How do small business owners, entrepreneurs, how do they identify the right keywords to attract the right traffic?
Well, it all starts with your platform. So every platform has different keywords. Keywords on Pinterest are going to be different than keywords on YouTube and different than keywords on just like regular old websites. And so you have to actually dig in with a keyword research tool. There are 900 of them out there. Ubersuggest is my all-time favorite because it gives you usable data in a way that makes sense to a normal human brain, and it's a lifetime license. So you pay for it once and you have access to it forever. There's no reoccurring monthly fee. I like to ask my people to brainstorm first. Like, let's get away from the tech and brainstorm what people might be searching for that would hopefully lead them to find you. And then dig into the keyword research platform.
So smart. Tell me, what are some of the questions that you might ask yourself when you're trying to brainstorm keywords related to your business?
I like to keep things in categories. For the most part, I stick with the 3 Ps. What problem do you solve? Who is the person that you're serving? And who is the person they're searching for, like you? Like, are you identifying yourself as a brand strategist? Are you identifying yourself as a wedding photographer or a business coach or an SEO strategist? Like, what are they looking for in finding you? And then what promise are you delivering? Are you delivering the promise of, lose weight in 5 days, reorganize your house in 30 minutes or less? What's the promise of your offer? What's the promise of, that particular piece of content or your overall brand? If you're a location-based business, like, you've got to figure out how people are searching for things, because sometimes people might be searching for like the tri-state area, right? Versus your actual city. But if you don't dig in and do the actual research, then you're just shooting in the dark. And I'm always surprised when I do keyword research at what people are actually searching versus what I thought they're searching. There's always discrepancy there.
So once you do that brainstorming away from the keyword research tool like Ubersuggest or whichever one you're using, is that when you head over to the keyword research tool and start to see how good those keywords are, or what is that process?
Yeah, so you brainstorm away from the tool, get your ideas out there without the intimidation of the tech, and then you head over to whatever tool you're using and start digging in and compare phrases and, bust out your thesaurus and say, oh, wait, somebody might be saying this a different way than I say it. Compare keywords, compare volume, compare, difficulty, and then even dig in and look at, okay, who is ranking at the top for this keyword? Is this brand that I'm trying to compete against? Are they, Nike? Like, sorry, we're probably not going to beat out Nike for tennis shoes. So you just have to really think through those things. But until you dig in and do the actual research, you're just up a creek without a paddle.
So I keep reading and hearing about this term, long tail keywords. Can you talk to me about what that is and how we might leverage them?
So long tail keywords is just a fancy way of saying a phrase. Instead of searching for shoes, you're searching for leather sandal shoes. Or instead of searching for a t-shirt, you're searching for a black v-neck t-shirt. It's just a fancy word to say a phrase. And really, long tail keywords are pretty much the only way to go as a small business owner because they're less competitive. You are trying to get found for something more specific. And a long tail keyword enables you to not only like stand a chance to get found, but also searcher intent is much higher. If I'm just looking for shoes, like I don't really know what I'm looking for. I'm just bored and scouring the internet for cute shoes because I don't want to go to the store and shop. But if I'm looking for earthing shoes for a gardening mom or whatever, like great earthing shoes for gardening, then I'm really digging in and thinking about, I want to purchase this. And so the searcher intent is much higher typically with long tail keywords.
So when I log into the keyword research tool, I used Ubersuggest at your suggestion and loved it. I'm seeing columns with competition and search volume. How do I assess what might be a good keyword based on those factors?
Well, that's a fun question because it all depends on your business. If you've been around the block for a while, you've been creating SEO rich content, the SEO gnomes are happy with you, and you have a larger audience to push your content towards, then you can go for bigger keywords versus baby business owner Betty, who's just starting out and has 50 friends, including her 43 aunts. She doesn't have as much street cred and clout to go for those bigger keywords that you do. And so you want your keyword strategy and your keyword size, like the search volume, to be in a specific range for your business. And I actually have a whole formula that I figured out for this. If you just need some place to start, most businesses need to stay for their main goal keywords. I call them their target keywords. Most of those, like your overarching 3 to 5 keywords that you're going for your whole website, most small businesses need to stay in the 3,000 to 5,000 searches per month. And I like to keep the search competition between like 50 and 80 degree of difficulty. But really, authenticity is the most important thing because you need to be able to create content, to create copy, and use page titles and all of those things authentically so that Google doesn't see your website and be like, you're a spam.
So it doesn't matter if it's just a good priority based on the data. We want to make sure that it's actually strategic for our business. One of the things that I notice when I start down the rabbit hole of keyword research is that I end up with a list of like 200 possible keywords. How do I organize and prioritize and start to use that big list of ideas?
So I love to have, I call them a target or a goal keyword, overarching one for my website, 3 to 5. And then I try to have like 1 to 2 for each page, and then smaller supporting keywords that I work into the copy on each of those pages that support those overarching umbrella keywords. And then everything else, I pretty much save for blog posts or YouTube videos or podcasts or whatever your long form content is. And I organize or try to organize everything on a spreadsheet. I go back to Ubersuggest for everything, but really a spreadsheet of your content buckets and then like your problem and your promise and your solution and those different things. So you can just go and pull from there. And, your blogs or your YouTube videos, like your individual pieces of content, those can be lower size volume keywords.
So for the entrepreneur who wants to learn more about this, tell us about your amazing course that I've had the great pleasure of experiencing myself. What do they learn in the course?
So I created this course, the Organic Marketing Framework, just like simply, honestly, out of need, because I'm like, SEO makes zero sense to normal humans. I've made sense. Like, here's how to work with it. And I teach you in there how to like lightly teach you how to set up your website on Show It, because that's my preferred platform. And then we dig deep into SEO, how to take SEO, how to use it for your business, use it on your website, how to do keyword research the right way, and then where exactly to put those keywords on your website, how to create blogs and long form content that keeps getting you found again and again and again, because every single piece of SEO friendly, helpful content that you create is another chance to get found. And so I walk you through that and then how to repurpose and workflows. But really, like, the basis of it is how to use SEO to get more website traffic and more sales.
I love SEO for a long-term strategy because you literally are building this body of work. You're building assets for your brand, like you said, and everyone is an opportunity to be found by your ideal client. And it's something that continues to work and continues to grow with momentum over time, as opposed to creating something that just gets seen once or twice, or, even by thousands of people, but then disappears the next day. So it's a really sustainable marketing practice. And I love that you created this course walking people through the exact strategy to implement it, because usually, at least in my experience, a lot of my clients, SEO is one layer of their marketing strategy, not the entire thing. Do people need to know anything else about your course? Like, who is it best for?
If you're an entrepreneur with it's just you, yourself, and your dog working on your business, I have tiers for this is how much content you should be creating versus somebody who has a team of, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people, like this is how much. And so we've got tiers there. Like the basis of setting up your website correctly is going to be the same. But as far as like your ongoing strategy, I've got tiers in there for all of that. So if you're somebody who wants to get traffic and leads from your website, like this is for you.
And if you could recommend that people who are looking to do keyword research do one thing after this video, what would you recommend that they start with?
Well, first go download my SEO cheat sheet, because I put these terms in normal human language that works for your brain. And then I would go download the Ubersuggest plugin for Google Chrome. It's not as in-depth, but it's free. And it gives you a good place to get started so that are people searching for find a newborn photographer or find a photographer?
Yeah. Amazing. We'll put the links to everything below. Faith, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your genius with us today. I appreciate you endlessly.
Well, thanks so much for having me. I hope it's helpful for your people.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am so appreciative that Faith has been able to come on this video with me and share a little bit of her wisdom and her genius. She's been honing her skills from countless books, podcasts, business courses. But the thing that I love the most about Faith is that she is walking her talk. She knows exactly how to do this, and she explains everything in such a practical way. And I've been able to experience this firsthand. And we have a really exciting opportunity for you to get even more of her genius and practical advice, because it's not magic, it's strategy. Take her student Molly, for example. She'd been struggling to grow her blog, but after taking Faith's course, she feels more confident and efficient about creating content and reaching new audiences. And if you're an entrepreneur or small business owner, that could be you too. I partnered with Faith to invite you to Faith's course, The Organic Marketing Framework, for you to start your journey to improving your online presence with organic content. Because in the world of the internet, the right keyword and being found by the right people opens the right doors. I have had the distinct pleasure of being in this course myself, and I have learned so much from the tools that I should be using, how to actually stay focused on what is actually going to move the needle for my business. And it's reinvigorated me on creating organic content to grow my presence and to get more visible. This is such an incredible asset for people that are building brands, because it's something that's going to continue to grow and grow and grow when you put the right system in place. So I'm going to drop the link into the comments below. Check it out. Highly recommend it personally. And I'm so grateful for Faith for coming on this video and sharing a quick taste of her wide breadth of knowledge around content marketing, organic marketing, and SEO keyword research here in this video. Thank you, Faith.